So at this point, we have a list of about 19 speakers. I'm going to start with Mayor Bill de Blasio. Welcome him to the Port Authority meeting, and Mayor, we welcome your comments.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Commissioners, thank you for the opportunity to be with you. I'm here to make a simple statement. The workers at Newark Liberty Airport deserve $15 an hour as their wage. And workers at all 3 airports need affordable health insurance, additional paid days off, and the opportunity to continue training in their jobs. We currently have airport employees working full-time and living at or below the poverty level, which is an unacceptable state of affairs. Workers at Kennedy and LaGuardia are already scheduled to earn $15 per hour minimum wage mandated by state law in 2018. The Port Authority must bring workers at Newark to the same level. A $15 an hour wage would align their pay with their colleagues. It would allow them to earn a decent wage for full-time work. It would acknowledge the vital role they play in our regional economy, and it would be good for our regional economy. As mayor of New York City, I'm proud that tourism is at record highs with 59.7 million visitors expected this year, adding more than $60 billion to our economy. The men and women who work at our airports are the first and last people our visitors see. They keep our economy moving. This region couldn't function without them. Now, not too long ago, most airport jobs were good-paying union jobs that allowed workers to raise a family. With the changes in the airline industry over the past 3 decades, many of these jobs were contracted out to the lowest bidder. Wages have plummeted, benefits have been slashed, and labor unions curtailed. We now have thousands of cleaners, customer service representatives, baggage handlers, food service workers, and security personnel laboring under conditions that are simply unfair. The reality for these hardworking men and women, who are mostly people of color, is that their salaries are insufficient to support their families. In addition, many have no access to health insurance or are offered plans that they can't afford. And that's just wrong. It is particularly unjustifiable with airlines seeing record profits and billions being invested in the physical plant of our airports. If we want to offer travelers a 21st century experience at our airports, then we need to invest in the human beings who make our airports run, not just the buildings they work in. Paying them a decent wage and offering them the kind of basic benefits most of us take for granted would decrease turnover, would allow workers to grow in their jobs, would make our airports safer, more efficient, and better run. The City of New York, for example, has settled contracts with more than 90% of our municipal workforce. And even before a statewide increase was enacted, we set a $15 minimum wage for both our own employees and many we contract with. And it's no surprise at the same time our local economy is thriving. Jobs are at an all-time high, 4.3 million, and that includes a record 249,000 jobs added in just the last 2 years. We've shown that there's no contradiction between lifting up families and lifting up our economy. In fact, the evidence shows that our economy grows when our families succeed. The workers of this region's airports should not be divided by state lines. They do the same work on both sides of the Hudson River and deserve the same wages. The Port Authority must treat workers the same at all of its facilities and authorize a $15 hourly wage and sufficient benefits now. Again, I thank the commissioners, and I thank all of the elected officials from New York and New Jersey who joined me in this fight. I urge the board to pass a resolution to enact a $15 minimum wage and benefits at all 3 airports right away. Thanks so much for this opportunity to be with you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.